It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Steelers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
Pickett didn't quite lead Pittsburgh to the promised land in his first season as the hometown kid and franchise quarterback, but he did impress once he got in the field. Winning 7 games helped keep the vaunted streak of non-losing seasons alive in the Steel City.
Now the third-year man, Najee Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down, here's Pickett. He gets it left side to Johnson. And Johnson going to have a Steelers first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. But Pickett finding Johnson there. First down, Steelers.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Setting up the screen, Harris. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Still first down.
Off play action, Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. Into space at the 45. And all the way up to the 46. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Pickett sets up play action. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic 1st down.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up, but I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
2nd and goal from the 1. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Well, what a way to kick off the year here. Niners and Steelers. And I know the folks back in Northern California happy to see their quarterback, Brock Purdy, back out there. But Charles, what do you see from him in year 2?
More of what we saw from him in year 1, partner, because this young man, he really sees the reins in that first season. And he is excited about expanding his game and pushing the ball downfield even more in year 2 as a starter with the 49ers.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Now Purdy. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Purdy. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On 1st down, Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Purdy. Right side, it's Heyward pulling it in. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Mitchell again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Perfect start to the season on their 1st drive last time out. Able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Pickett now on 1st down. Harris has it over the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, it's Ward, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Pickett to throw on first down. That swung out wide to Harris. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick completion here to Johnson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he will have the Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
In motion right here comes Johnson. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Let's go.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Pickett back to throw. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on it, and he's able to pick up a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And here's Freiermuth again. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Harris diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. KJ Hamler returning it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Purdy's throw there, complete to Hamler. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Purdy. They got his man, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That's Cameron Heyward who got in there to take him down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Throwing here, Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Purdy looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything, forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Pickett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Pickett will look to throw it here. Here's Johnson with a reception. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Boswell's kick is good, and that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. and they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Desmond Ridder with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jamar Chase, a touchdown reception. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Play action, now Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
Purdy from the gun. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. Touchdown, 49ers! Brandon Ayuk, 41 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass in the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
An extra point try now for Moody. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down at 7. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended target, and it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Complete. It's Johnson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, Charles, we get a peek now at the Steelers' 2023 class, and this was a team that received a lot of praise for how well they handled the draft board all weekend long and filled their biggest needs.
And they certainly started off great. Broderick Jones at tackle in the first round. Then they got Darnell Washington, a massive tight end in the third. That was a steal, and he likes to call himself an extra offensive lineman. But how about Joey Porter Jr., the cornerback out of Penn State, to start round 2? What a moment. Seeing him go to the team his dad starred for almost a decade, he should start immediately at corner.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Ooh, the juke. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
They hand this off to Harris. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Pickett will look to pass it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Boswell's kick is good, and with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Oh, he shifts past him. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. This is Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
22 yards there, a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Pickett gonna bootleg it. On the move to his left. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Washington. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Great play from Washington, and zero surprise seeing that. This guy's a marvel. He can outbody anyone out there. The size of a lineman, but runs like a receiver. Good luck matching up with someone like that.
Now Pickett looking to change things up. run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Pick it now, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Purdy bootlegging it. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Drops this underneath for Davis Price. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That's going to be caught by Pickens. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They come up now on 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Here's 1st down. Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go. This is 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A 32-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So Purdy and the Niners down by 2, 1:06 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Purdy to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Purdy. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Probably they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go through with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope to... No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team that has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches